Hey guys, so uh, I actually enjoyed doing a Facebook Live yesterday on my YouTube channel, on my second YouTube channel. Then I thought, whoa, whoa. I actually enjoyed doing it in my second YouTube channel. So sabi ko, why not do it again also today, but for Facebook naman. So ayun, I had fun. I had fun the last time. So that's why I'm doing it again today. Wala lang, feeling ko masaya lang. So at least it gets also distributed that we have videos for YouTube and Facebook. So this will be a live session, maybe 30 minutes or so. I really haven't done a lot of live videos over the past few months in Facebook, but it's because it's mostly all on YouTube. But if you are watching this right now on YouTube, that means that this is uploaded from Facebook and then it's gonna be transferred to YouTube. Pero for if you're also watching this late, hindi na to live, or if you want to watch a replay of this, it will all be in YouTube later. So this live session will only be live, and then I don't think it will be saved in Facebook. It will all be on YouTube. So there. Sige, I'll give you a few minutes for people as they start putting in their comments below. But just also something, I keep saying this all the time, that whatever we discuss here, this is based on the rudiments of technical analysis. This is not stock tips or picks, but you have to learn to decide what stock you're supposed to buy on your own, because it's your money, it's your responsibility. I just want to analyze this so that you get to see how somehow no I how I treat a stock, how I analyze it, my principles behind it. But please do not buy, sell, or hold a stock just because it's talked about. That's so important, because you have to take responsibility on how you start doing your trades. So again, if you are watching this late, the replay will be in YouTube, my second channel, Stock Investing Made Easy. So, ayun na, we have people. See, Christian Azucena is a regular pati sa YouTube. I remember you, Christian. Thank you for joining us. You have Ray Sibog asking for JEFC and MAC. But I want to start first, no? I wanna bring this first to Philex, because they had some movements also. This is the large intraday move that Philex had last October 16, last Friday. It opened at 5.6, went as high as 6.5, but it closed at around 5.7 pesos per share. Another thing that I'd like to point out to all of you is that even the opening price already was significantly and massively higher from the close of October 15. October 15 closed at 4.7, then it already jumped. No, if you'd measure at least the jump from here, from the opening to where it opened last Friday, it was already up 18.6% from the closing of Thursday to the opening of Friday. But that being said, let's show you how it is and where it is in the progression of things. If there's one thing that has been, I guess that something that you could notice here for Philex is if you draw a resistance here at the 4.46 mark, it's quite evident no, that Philex, for the longest time, if you measure it here, this was July 2018. So for more than 2 years, Philex has not broken past above the 4.46 level for quite some time already. Again, this was way before. This is the drop during the pandemic, way before all of that movement that we've seen from the pandemic or everything else in between. It has been already relatively somehow you could say it's consolidating under this range. It had its volatility, it had its terms of volatility, it had its upward moves no, from here to here to here, then another large downward push. Then it started. Then now we're seeing it start to push massively higher. But one thing that was so distinct and so true, which is so important for you to note, that it has not broken out of the 4.46 level since July 2018. For those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you know how strong resistances are pag hindi siya nabasag for a very, very long time. And sometimes the longer the sideways progression, the longer and stronger the resistances are also. But when a breakout would happen, it also shows you a larger push as well. So anyways, I want to point out that the next support was here, brought about by this particular level here. Very, very clear. This is a support level, this is a support level, and in turn, this is the resistance sana here. So what we saw also from last Friday was basically nabasag yung resistance dito eh. This is around the 5.36 level, which was also broken. So as you can see in that regard, it broke it. So the next possible area is it will try to find where the next resistance is. And if you'll allow me to plot where the next resistance is for Felix, you could see a resistance somewhere here. And then the next resistance somewhere possibly here. Ano nangyari sa video ko sa background? Wait lang. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. May ad pa. There, we're back. Sorry about that. I have this background kasi for my videos. Anyways, let's continue. Sorry for that interruption. But here's the 6.08 resistance right here. You can see also it's very, very clear 6.08 resistance. Then after that, next possible resistance is at the 7.03 level. So what I want you to note right now is current support for Felix is 5.39. Next resistance is 6.08. Next resistance is at the 7.03 level. So that's where it is from a support and resistance perspective. And for those who like drawing trend lines, you could connect this all together, and it's still pushing and drawing also itself its own upward trend with the resistance that it broke at the 4.46 level. So a couple of things that I'd also like to mention, even before whatever news disclosures happened, it's so distinct that last October 8, 2020, somewhere here, October 9, 2020, Felix already broke the 4.46 resistance level. So I repeat, way before all of that was happening, it already broke the 4.46 level. So that being said, breakout from the 4.46 level, it tried to attack this, which was the next resistance at 5.4. But it also broke past that. Intraday though, it retraces, it started to hit the 6.0 level. So that being said, please just write this down. Your next resistances are 6.08 and on broader strokes, 7.03 for Felix. Comment below if you're learning. Comment below kung sa Facebook lang talaga kayo nagpa-follow and then na-miss nyo na rin yung ganito na live sessions. For those who have been following me for quite some time, most of the live sessions, nauna talaga sa Facebook I was doing more Facebook live videos. Up until I started doing videos on YouTube in 2018. But as what I've mentioned yesterday, nag-enjoy ako maggawa ng mga live videos yesterday. So that's why I'm doing one again for Facebook. If you're asking me kung magkakaschedule to, wala naman. This is just ad hoc. As because, wala lang. Meron lang extra time also to do it. Anyways, this is your support range for Felix Petrol PXP. And then this is your resistance at 7.14. And this is another resistance here at the 5.7 level. So as you can see, it looks like this. 4.94 is your support. 5.7 is your next resistance. 7.14 is a broader and stronger resistance as well. If you like to plot it even further, next resistance is 6.4. You have a smaller resistance in between. So progression, by the way, if you'd like to measure it, 4.94 to 5.7 is around 15.3%. You have it measured here, 15.3% as a sort of distance between the support and the resistance. So the possible downside could bring it to 4.94. Possible upside could possibly bring it to the 5.57 level. So resistance 5.7, support 4.94, next possible area 6.4, next possible area 7.14. So we are still a great way off though from 7.14. We are also a great way off from 6.4. But let's see, from where it is right now, it's still closer to the support, but the most ideal area for it was at the 4.94 level. Now, let's continue. We're going to answer what Ray Sibug sent, asking for JFC. So this is where JFC is right now. If you try to zoom out, you will see clarity that, number one, you could draw a resistance right here for JFC. You could also draw a support line here. Here are the support levels for Jollibee as of today. So you have a resistance as close as it can be to the 150, 151 level. So measuring it from a risk-reward, at least a risk-reward standpoint, this is the present possible upside that you could get. And this is your current downside, bringing it to the closer and stronger support at the 1.25 level. So again, failure to break out from the 1.51.72, at least somewhere around the 150 level, meron din talagang resistance yan sa area na yan. You could expect that should there be hardships in terms of of it going up, it means that there are people also taking profits at that particular area. So that's what it is. What it is for Jollibee. It's similar to majority of the stocks that we talked about um, over the past days. A lot of them have been consolidating. For Jollibee, key resistance to watch out for is the 150, 151, 152 resistance level. So you could check out that level as an area for you to watch out for. You have Carl Anthony Las Marias. By the way, guys, comment also where you guys are from. Not just the stocks that you guys want, but siguro I want to know. Parang that's why I do the live videos. Para at least I get to interact and talk and see more of you, your backstory also. So I guess the stock, then tagasan kayo, and then matagal na rin kayo nag-invest sa market. But si Carl Anthony Las Marias is asking for Mary Mart. Let's look at Mary Mart. This is Mary Mart. I think I mentioned this in the YouTube video. Ay, hindi. I talked about this kasi I featured some stocks that went into IPOs. That's one of the reasons why I recall that kakasabi ko lang nito. But for Mary Mart, no, very, very clear. Kaka-breakout lang niya 3.26 resistance level. Its next resistance is a 3.6. So please take note lang for Mary Mart. One of the things that you need to consider is if it stays above the 3.26 level, that will solidify itself as a new support, and your next resistance will be at the 3.61 resistance level. So please do note that since July 2020, we have not seen Mary Mart go above the 3.20 level. I repeat, since the July 2020 area, we have not seen Mary Mart go up from that. And this is our evidence here that Mary Mart from here to here to here and here is noting that the 3.2 level is an area of resistance. And if you look at it also very, very clear, some point last week, it was one of the first times that we saw Mary Mart start to at least break out, move out, and go above that particular level, or at least that particular point. So Mary Mart, main support still here, 2.82, but new support right now is at the 3.25 level because it just broke out from it. So please do note, as it continues to stay above this, its next possible area that it could possibly go is at the 3.6 level. If it does not, then there's a retracement here and it will challenge the 3.26 level that we possibly have also for Mary Mart. So if you notice it from Jollibee to Mary Mart, halos pareho siya, that they have started also to move sideways. So I hope you're learning. Sabihin ko sana comment below, pero hindi to YouTube. But anyways, just keep on posting them. Nag-enjoy ako doing this more and more and more for all of you. You have Jomar Bernas, who's asking for BDO or SM Prime. By the way, 8 p.m. YouTube channel Marvin Germo, we have Wilson Lee Flores coming back. He's gonna do a deep dive naman on JG Summit. Tomorrow, we have a deep dive naman on SM. But siguro for this, I wanna talk about SM Prime na lang para at least we cover more and more stock. So this is SM Prime. As you notice it looks similar to how Jollibee is. It looks similar to how Mary Mart is. That it's currently consolidating. It's currently moving sideways. But the difference is also for SM Prime is, if you look at it here, it just broke out from the 29.7 resistance level. And one of the triggers for it, one of the things that could possibly cause it to push up, push higher, is if it stays above and breaks out of the 30 peso level. So key things to watch out for is, watch out if 30 solidifies itself as a support range. I repeat, watch out if the 30 level solidifies itself as a support range, because if we see it stay above that, then the breakout suddenly becomes relatively stronger and it becomes relatively more legit. So as 30 holds, your next possible resistance level will be at 31.96, and then right after that, your next possible resistance level will be, nagulo yung chart ko, not sure but what happened there. Ayan. Your next possible resistance level will be somewhere around here, which is around the 33.8 level. And please do note this, that since the drop that we had from March, as SM Prime has been consolidating, we have not broken past the 34 level. So what we've seen right now is SM Prime has bounced from 27.6. What we've seen right now, it has successfully broken out of the 29.6 level. But please remember, as it has successfully broken out of the 29.6 level, for this support to solidify, it must hold its ground for it to have a shot and a narrative to go to the 31.96 level. So there, Hello to you, Leia Balunzat. I hope that you are learning and I hope that you are enjoying. To Rosh Sevilla, hello to you as well. Good evening. To you, to Arlin, oh, good evening. I hope you are good and I hope that you are well. To BG, Bastasa, we talked about dito on the main channel. I think no on my YouTube channel Stock Investing Made Easy. So it's quite a relatively fresh analysis on it. So pwede mo siyang balikan doon. I don't think I need to cover it already here. But yeah, it can be discussed there for all of you. So balikan niyo na lang siya doon. Then si Gladys nagtag. You have Sir Arvin Amante asking for AXLM. So let's look at AXLM. For AXLM, no, it was an IPO that happened last year. If you will note it, this is its progression. And if you'll try to draw at least trend lines from this, you can see this here that this downward trend line was already broken because of this particular move that we're seeing here. But one thing that you could also note is you have a resistance here, you have another resistance here, then you have another resistance here, then you have support levels around this area. So this is what's currently happening for AXLM. You have AXLM start to push up, and it's also starting to build its own upward trend, no, from this particular shape. But if you'll allow me to analyze this further, the 2.65 level used to be a resistance, as you can see right here. The last time it was above it was June 2020. But also, if you'll try to note this, it also built up a downward trend somewhere around this area, which also got broken. But anyways, looking at it from a support and resistance perspective, you have a breakout from the 2.65 level, which if it stays above 2.65 right here, if it holds this range, then the next possible narrative is you could see it attack the 3.06 level. So a couple of things that you need to study is, and or at least watch out for, is the 2.6 level. Check, will the 2.6 level work as a new support? Because if it does, and if it holds its ground, it will try to find the next possible resistance, which is at the 3.06 level. So current support right now is 2.65. If it fails to hold the 2.65 level, it may retrace. I think the next possible retracement will be here, which is around the 2.32 level. But if it continues its breakout from the 2.6 level, next possible resistances are 3.06 and 3.56. But if you note it also, it still has a long way to go from its IPO price around this level, and which was also around a year already from this time already. So this was the progression of AXLM from the time it did its IPO too. So that's where we are. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that is helping you. Okay, then si Kim Paulinos asking for nawala. I'm not sure I understand. Nawala yung ang dami na. Wait. Okay, asa na tayo? Yan, Kim Paulinos asking for JFC. We've already talked about JFC. Kim Paulinos asking for NIKL. Dan Brian is asking for Mary Mart. Sige, let's look at NIKL Asia. I think I mentioned this already in my other video, no, on my other channel in YouTube. But this is NIKL. It's quite interesting the way it has started to push and has started to move on its on its uptrend. I really believe that yung interesting sa NIKL Asia also is the level of push that it has is also brought about by commodity prices around the world. So as you can see here, that's when we saw a lesser supply of nickel and a larger, and please remember the largest country that exports is Indonesia, and everything started because of disclosures that they mentioned there, which brought more attention also to NIKL Asia, because NIKL Asia is the largest nickel mining company in the Philippines. But anyways, this is its current support. This is its current resistance. This is its previous resistance. That's now the support level. So for nickel, support is 3.39. If that does not hold, then there's a narrative that it could slide and retrace back to the next possible support level, which you can see and find right here. So next possible resistance though after that is right somewhere around here, which as you can see, very, very consistent naman that resistance talaga siya, because from the hesitation that you saw here, it's also translating to hesitation here. So that's this is the possible range that we have right now for nickel. 2.91 support, new support 3.39. Current resistance to watch out for is a 3.73 level. Then if you zoom out from that, I think I could peg another resistance here at the 4.35 level. But please do note the last time it hit that was more than a year ago, September 2, 2019. And if you'll allow me to also plot this, it formed its own downtrend, but it got broken already here as we saw nickel start to push up, go up, and move up. Si Dan Brian Cosidos asking for Mary Mart. We've already tackled Mary Mart. Si Nat Nat from Indonesia. Whoa! Galing, ha? It's so interesting. It's nice to see other people from different regions of the world watching this. Sabi ni Nat Nat, thank you, Sir Marvin, watching from Indonesia. I'd like to know your perspective on Phil equity and index funds. Have a mutual fund and started last year. So my context about mutual funds is it gives you exposure already to equity. So if you don't want to pick, select, and time the stocks that you would want to buy, I think yun yung tulong ng mutual fund sa'yo. It gives you that kind of exposure without you thinking about stock allocation, without thinking about ano yung bibilin ko, kailan ko bibenta, gano'ng kadami, how many stocks I need to buy. If you just want pure exposure sa markets without the nitty-gritty of doing it, I think yun yung tulong ng equity fund sa'yo. We have so many videos about that. You can look at my videos in my main channel at Marvin Germa on YouTube. I really believe we discussed a lot of that in that particular channel. So therefore, if you want naman just to mirror the index, that's where index funds will come in. So if you want something that's low cost, passive, not trying to beat the market, but just trying to follow the market, that's where index funds will go. So yun. Okay, we have Ana Santos asking for Metro Bank naman. So let's look at Metro Bank right here. I think I need water, no? For Metro Bank, very, very clear textbook consolidation. This is how it looks. Support is 33.06. Resistance is 42.91. And as you can see also from Friday, there was a large red candle already because it was quite near this particular resistance. Please do note also that the 42.91 level, Metro Bank has not gone above that level since March 2020. And for those who like trading support and resistances, I'm a big fan of support and resistance trading. Buy at support, sell at resistance, buy at support, sell at resistance. And while it's happening, you just wait because here are very, very clear. Buy at the 33 peso level, resistance is at the 42.91 level. If you try to measure that, this is also a 31.4% trade, and it started to retrace again. This particular area is close to the support, should have been an area also for you to start to accumulate. And now, close to the 42.91 level, it could be an area for people also to take profits because it's an area close to the resistance also. So, failure to break out from that, you may expect levels of retracement for Metro Bank. But if it breaks out from that, possible areas for it to go is here, 51.27, then at the 58 level for Metro Bank. So I hope you're learning. If you're just watching this right now, the replay of this won't be here in Facebook. It will be in YouTube, in my second channel, Stock Investing Made Easy. Then you have Randy Flores asking for now. Randy, we have a lot of videos and coverage of now. It's in the YouTube channel, Stock Investing Made Easy. You can reference it there. Pwede mo na siyang tignan from that particular area. Anyways, you have Marvin, nice name, Marvin Mamaradlo asking for GTCAP. So let's look at GTCAP right now. This is GTCAP. For GTCAP, as you can see right here, it's also moving sideways. It's done with its downward push. I'll zoom out first so you have bigger and better clarity. It's done with its downward push, and it's currently just consolidating with this particular range. 377 as its support, 409 as its resistance, and it's trying to trade at least an 8.4% range. Again, support is 3.77, resistance is 4.09. One of the reasons why it started to go down was it failed to break out from this 4.09 level. And it's so evident also that, and as you can see, October 13, it hit a high of 409.8, which is very close to our resistance, but it started to retrace right after that. Then after that, indecision candle, then two large red candles as well. So what I'm saying here is if selling continues, it may go as close to the 377 mark because that's where our support level is. So yun. Uh, you have Marlon Odehar is asking for pure gold and MPI. I think we did coverage na on MPI, no. I'm not 100% sure, pero alam ko we did coverage. We did analyze it already, but sige. Pure gold or MPI? Sige, let's do MPI na lang. Let's do MPI first. MPI, this is how it looks, as you can see right now. Again, nalala ko na. I mentioned this yesterday when we did the Stocks by Request in YouTube naman na live session. I mentioned that it was moving on its uptrend, but it was triggered basically by news of the buyback, the disclosures on the buyback. But you also have a resistance at 3.84, which got broken. After it got broken, it formed a resistance here that got hit also, dropped, but textbook support, you saw a level of buying. So please remember and write this down. Support for MPI is 3.84. Resistance is this one. You have a smaller one here, but the main context of your resistance is at the 4.12 mark. So that's the merits of the support and resistance for MPI. So there. Sige na, we've been doing this na pala for 26 minutes. Let's see. Okay, we have someone from Norway. Riano Lex. Hi, Sir Marvin. Warmest greetings from a cold, cloudy autumn day here in Norway. What I would like to ask, if I may, is about HLCM. What's your take about its fundamentals? What's the real score about the news that's affecting its status right now? Will it gain from build plans of the government? And yes, Sir Marvin, we're learning a lot from your videos. Siguro I wanna comment on this lang, no, for Holcim. If you try to recall it from last year, it had a large move. Ayan, no, this large move from last year uh, was predicated on the news item that San Miguel. Please remember, San Miguel also owns Eagle Cement. Eagle Cement is a competitor of Holcim. For those who have been investing in the markets like me for a longer time, nag-merge pa yan, Lafarge and Holcim. There was also Lafarge in the Philippine stock market. Then when Lafarge and Holcim merged, Lafarge got delisted. You only have Holcim right now. That's why Holcim is big, because it's been already a combination also of other companies in the past that have merged together. But this one was on news that San Miguel wanted to buy Holcim. Putting that also into context, please remember that there's a lot of government projects that are highly connected to not just the airport but highways, similar to the Skyway Stage 3 that just got completed, and other proposal projects are being made by San Miguel, and a lot of that need concrete, a lot of that needs cement. The downward news, if I haven't really tracked the story already, but I could do more videos about this. But I believe the downward move also was because San Miguel, I think the deal was not. I'll make a video on this to confirm it, but I believe the move was parang hindi natuloy yung deal. I could give you a more detailed summary on that, but what I'm saying is yung push up was because that there was a deal, and then the push down also was pretty much because of that particular item. And totoo, we all need cement as more construction would take place. We would see more construction happen in the Philippines, especially as Duterte's term will end at 2022. There will be more construction projects that will happen. But I think one of the biggest competitors also of the Philippines are not just local companies. There are also cement that they have to compete with in terms of pricing that are not just locally made. So I think those are things that also somehow impact the pricing of yung earnings nila, or at least could possibly hit their earnings. So there. I hope you're learning, and I hope that this is something that's helping you as well. Ria Panganiban's asking for JFC. We are done with JFC. Ana Enriquez, I just posted ICT just yesterday lang. You can check it in Stock Investing BDC para at least hindi madoble yung nagawa natin videos on it. We have Arvs Ran from Kuwait. Hello to you. Ria Panganiban, I'm a follower of your YouTube channels, watching from Singapore. Thank you. I'm glad that this is something that is helping you and giving context. Jay Alamani, we just talked about PXP nung start ng video. So, pwede mong i-reference and balikan lang siya from there. Sir Piolas, Sir, ano ba nung, Pio, pwedeng pa-request ng tech or NI. Dahil malakas ka mambola, sige, unahin na. Grabe kayo, grabe. So this is Sir Tech here. Sir Tech, I'll draw support and resistance. This is its support and this is its resistance. These are the next possible areas of resistance for Surtech. So Surtech right now, I'd like to mention this. It was dropping last year and years before that because of the trade war. Ito yung result ng trade war news, no. So all of this was brought about by whatever Trump and China, all of their lahat ng mga pinag-aawayan nila doon. And please remember, the Philippines, one of its biggest exports is electronics, and tech is one of them. So that's what it basically is. So that being said, andito na tayo ngayon. It's also similar to a lot of the stocks that we've seen drop. It's currently consolidating. Current consolidation range is 4. I'll plot this na lang din para consistent here. 4.96 or 5 is its current support, but the next resistance is to watch out for 6.29, 6.97, 8.37, and 9.5. So for those who just want to do this like a short-term duration, this is around a 25.5% trade. It's still decent enough. It has also shown ideas that it has done it before. It did it here, one. Then as it started to consolidate back down, it's reinforcing that you have a support here at the 4.97 level. Please remember, if 4.97 does not hold, next possible area for it to retrace is the 3.5 level, which it hit last March as well. So 4.97 support holds. Your next possible resistance, your next possible area will be at the 6.27 level. So bounce from 4.97, next possible target price is 6.29. If this does not hold, possible retracement area will be at the 3.51 level. You have Rashid Sophie asking for MPI. We talked about MPI sa start ng video. If you are coming in late right now, hindi nyo nasimulan to, the replay will be in my YouTube channel, Stock Investing Made Easy. Nang bola ka rin, si Rashid Sophie. Good afternoon from Kuwait, Mr. Trading. Hay, nasistress ako sa mga pambobolan ninyo. Anyways, what else? Si Yao Ravina is asking, if you're an investor type, do we need to consider support and resistance? Primarily, no, in my opinion, support and resistance is very, very effective if you are a trader. But if you are an investor, of course, it's an added advantage because it will prevent you from buying stocks that are breaking down. Meaning, pag nakita mo siya nagbe-breakdown, nakita mo siya it's falling down, it will give you a layer of analysis na, teka, while it's going down right now, kahit investor ako, kahit mas mahaba time horizon ko, maybe I can wait a bit until it settles sa level of support and dun ko na lang siya pupulutin ulit. So if you're asking me, if you need it, not necessary, pero if you know it, it will give you another added advantage on how you can analyze the market. So Emmanuel Aragon, sabi niya, wow, si Richard Salanga, sabi niya, he's learning a lot as well. Siguro, I'll just put it to a close with Ellen Makalang, who's asking for home. Let's look at home. Home. So this is how, hindi na-discuss ko na to kahapon. Elaine, sorry, punta mo na lang yung video ko sa Stock Investing Made Easy na channel na discuss ko to. Sayang, para at least I can discuss more for others as well that are asking. Ayan, maybe Verhelmo's asking for SEC. Let's look at SEC na lang. For SEC, this is how it looks like. You have your support here, another support here that got broken also. Then you have resistances right here for Semirara. So please just take note of this. Major support for Semirara's 9.39, which it hit just a few days ago, more than a month ago, and then it started to push up for that. What's interesting about Semirara is it just broke out from the 10.88 resistance level, and it's continuing its breakout. I really believe the next possible resistance, based on the way I plotted it, is at 12.2. So distance from 10.88 to 12.2 in terms of gain for those of you guys who bought it from the breakout is at least 12.2%. So please take note of this. Failure to break out from 12.2, of course, it solidifies itself as a resistance for those who bought at 9.39 or 10.88. It could be an area also of taking profits. But if it breaks out of 12.2, next possible resistance areas will be at the 13.03 level and 14.39 level for all of you. So there. I hope you guys got a lot from this. Yeah, I'll do more of this maybe in the future. Madami pa nagre-request to from si Jedin, si Rian na ng Bobola, si Brian, FNI, Desiree's asking for Meg. You have Ingemar from Benaobra from Vegan asking for APX ng bola din. Si Henry's asking for DD. I'll try to do that the next time I do it, or I'll try to do another video on that on my other channel naman. This is just ad hoc. Wala lang, natuwa lang ako yesterday when I did a live session. I don't know if I'm gonna do this on regular basis, pero masaya lang din siya. So I'll see if I'll do it again. But if you're watching this late, watch out for the replay, 10 p.m. Watch out for my other video, YouTube channel, 8 p.m., where we have Wilson Lee Flores back. Comment below kung natuwa kayo kay Wilson. He's gonna, hihimay-himay naman niya ngayon yung JG Summit from a qualitative analysis point of view. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that's insightful. This is something that's helping you. Please remember, never buy a stock just because it's discussed on YouTube. You have to form your own analysis on buying and selling the stock, because that's the most important, because it's your money, it's your responsibility. You have to firm up what's your buying signal for it. You have to firm up, ano ba talaga yung trigger mo to buy? Is it bounce from support? Is it moving average? Is it the trend? Is it MACD? You have to firm that up, and you need to make your trading rules for you for buying and selling. Ganun din also on the upside when you sell or even you cut loss, because at the end of the day, for example, si Jedin, si Rian, si Brian, si Desiree, si Ingemar, iba-iba lahat yung mga buying and selling signals nyo. Iba-iba lahat ng mga signals nyo on why you are buying it. So it's so important that you create your own buy and sell signals, because that's the most important in all of this. It's not about what stock you're buying, but it's about the rules that you have placed when you're doing it as well. So I guess that's it for now. See you all later on 8 p.m. YouTube main channel, and then see you all again if you want to watch the replay of this 10 p.m. in my second YouTube channel, Stock Investing Made Easy. So yon, this is a surprise lang again na nag-live ulit ako, and I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all. Bye everyone, and thank you all.